One of my favorite finesse techniques is drop shotting. I just continue to make money on it, and it doesn't matter where I go, I keep one rigged in the boat. It's incredible. So let me show you how I rig it. First off, I start off with spinning tackle. And that's because spinning tackle, you've got to have light line to really do this technique. Plus, you can open the bail and that free flow of line, it just makes it so easy for presentation. Whether you're making long cast, little short pitches, it's tremendous. Plus, dropping it straight overboard. I'll be going along flipping, pitching, doing whatever, and I'll see a fish on my graph, and I go, oh, grab my drop shot, dump it straight down right under the graph and catch fish. It's an incredible technique. So this is how we rig it. I generally take spinning tackle, I spool it up with like 7.3 or 8.4. You can even go down to the 6.2 and maybe make a 5.1. This is Finesse fluorocarbon. I put that on, it's precision line, which is what I really like. It's real supple and really durable, but it's precision, so that's awesome. Now there's two different ways to rig this. I'm gonna tie a hook on, and you've got two different hook styles. One is this one is gonna be for using, and you can see I got brush and cover around me. So I'm gonna use this one's a TK110 Trocar little 1/0 hook. That means I can rig it weedless. This one is a little number 1 hook. I use number 2s and number 1s. Sometimes if I'm around really big fish and I got a little bit heavier line, I might use a 1/0, but I love the little number 1. This one's for nose hooking. So when I get this rigged up, I just take a bait and I'll just stick it right in the nose like that, and that's the way you fish it. That's mainly like open water, around rocks, smallmouth fishing. I almost always smallmouth fish with an exposed hook. They just suck it in, you pull into it, and you've got them. So nose hooking is a traditional way to fish it, but if you've got cover, you get hung with that nose hook a lot. So that's why I'm gonna use a little TK110. No matter what knot you use, this is the important thing on drop shot, is just to take your tag end, put it through the eye of the hook, going down, okay? And what that's gonna do is pull the knot towards the eye, and that stands your hook up, okay? So what that does, it kind of stands it up like that, and what that does is make that presentation where that little bait, the small little dream shot or the little ochos or whatever little finesse bait you're using, it makes it look standing up. So it gets it really, really lifelike. Then we just hook the weight on. And whether you're using a little 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce, you know, drop shot weights are simple. You just slide your line through the little end of it, which I should have grabbed my glasses. It's like Chinese finger torture, cinch it up. Now the only question I get asked a lot, how long is that? You know, how long a leader should I use? Wintertime, colder water, I use a longer leader, give it more subtle time to relax and fall. When it's nice and springtime and the fish are really happening, I'll make that leader really short. So let me show you what I would do. I'm gonna cinch it down right there. And so that would be, you know, a little short leader. That's because I like it there, you know, down and close, and when the water temperatures are good, that's a really quick thing to do. Most people tie a little overhand knot on the end because they don't want to lose their drop shot weight. And you can use tungsten weights, you can use lead weights, you can use whatever you use on your drop shot. I prefer tungsten. It gives you a great return when you hit something because of the density of it. And so it hits something, you really feel that. And then you just rig your bait up. So I'm gonna take it, insert it just a little bit in the head. I'm gonna swing it around just the same way you'd rig a plastic worm, anything else. Now, this is a cool thing. And this is just one of the neatest things. I've always had a problem with setting the hook and having the bait every now and then the worm will swing down here and ball up. I use a little tool, and this is called a trailer hook pal, and they make a small little disc that you can just stick on. I'll show it to you real quick. So it's just like putting on a trailer hook keeper. I'm gonna put it through there, and then I'm gonna slide this up behind my bait. So once the bait's on up at the eye, I slide it up underneath it. You can see it right here underneath. You know what that does? That keeps it from sliding down, which means you got only one option, that hook to penetrate every single time. Plus you can catch multiple fish on one bait, so that's cool. So I do that, and also it gives me a little bit of color. Then I'm gonna punch the hook straight through, lay the hook point right on the surface, and you can see there's my drop shot, perfect rig to get out there and throw it. So now, drop shot, take it, drop it in there, shake it, jiggle it, give it off time. Let it have that time for this bait to settle out to the bottom. You've got one of the most deadly finesse techniques that you could ever have right here in your hands with a little itty bitty bait. Drop shot.